Hello world, welcome back to Razor RC. Today we're covering 5 most important upgrades for your Traxxas Hoss. So I picked up this monster truck about a week ago and have been driving it and doing some testing and tuning. And not a bad truck out of the box, but I think there are some things that they sort of missed and some things that are worth upgrading, pretty quickly. So I'm going to cover those. So 5 different things that I recommend you pick up if you own a Traxxas Hoss. So number 1, I think the most important thing is this, part number 9026. And what is that? It is the battery hold down for the Traxxas Hoss. So this is a brand new part, not compatible with other parts out there. And one of the issues with the Traxxas Hoss is that it comes with only one battery strap. I'm not really sure why, but it comes with this guy right here, the 26mm battery strap. So that'll fit about a 26mm tall battery, which is going to be your typical 2S type battery. There are a few 3S batteries that will fit 26mm, but not a whole lot. Most of them are more in the 35 to 38mm range. And so yeah, this part right here, 9026, comes with that extra battery strap, 35mm battery strap. Now, some batteries are actually even taller than that. So a lot of 3S hard cases, for example, are usually 38mm, but they'll at least get you some more battery options because this 26mm height is really just too short for most 3S batteries out there. So I think this is an oversight on Traxxas's part. Out of the box, most 3S batteries are not even going to fit in this battery tray, so they really should include this with the truck. And I think they actually intended to, because when I bought this, the website said it did come with both battery straps, the 26 and the 35. And when I called them up, they're like, oh yeah, okay, so they sent one out to me. But now I noticed they updated the website and say that it's an optional piece that you have to buy. But the weird thing is, the Wrestler 4x4 also has 2 battery straps, and it comes with both of them. My Traxxas Max also had 2 different battery straps, and it came with both of them. But I think the Hoss, they kind of messed up, and they probably just forgot to include that second one on that first run. So they're basically telling people, no, you got to buy that. So that is an oversight and the number 1 recommendation for me on what to buy. Number 2 is the Traxxas Link Bluetooth module. So it's just a little plug-in here onto your Traxxas TQI radio. This TQI radio actually has a lot of functionality, a lot of features and things, a lot of adjustments you can make on your RC car. And what this does is basically allow you to hook up your radio up to your phone. So if you got a Bluetooth phone, you can basically connect to it through the Traxxas Link, and that really unlocks all the additional features. So you can basically program your EPA, your expo, your trim, select different models, so you have multi-model memory, all the real functionality that you want that actually comes in the TQI. It's just really hard to use without that little display and that Bluetooth module. So highly recommended. It really transforms this radio into something that's actually pretty good. So I do recommend you pick that up. Number 3 on the list is a brand new servo. So the stock servo is the 2075, and not the greatest servo. It's been around for a really long time. It's plastic geared, it's really slow, not a whole lot of torque. There are a lot of servo options out there. I'm running the 2075X, which is basically a metal geared version of the 2075. It's about the same speed and torque and all that, but at least it's metal geared. I did notice with the plastic one, my trim was getting off a bit, so I do think maybe it's starting to wear out or skip or something like that. But definitely metal gear servo is the way to go. I mean, this is a $480 monster truck. You need a decent servo and certainly something metal geared. So pick one of these, pick something up. You don't have to buy this one, of course. A lot of different options out there, literally hundreds of different servos out there that you can pick up, even some fairly inexpensive ones on Amazon. So I'll put some links onto some things that I recommend, but yeah, a better servo would definitely transform how this thing drives. Number 4 on the list is probably something you can notice just straight off the chassis here, and that is upgraded shocks. So the stock shocks on this are the not well received plastic ultra shocks. So they're all plastic shocks, really thin shock shafts. The shock shafts tend to bend. They did update the shock caps, at least. They are like the nicer plastic reinforced shock caps with the pivot balls. So that's an improvement there. But in my opinion, the ultra shocks, are really a poor shock to come on such an expensive vehicle. I can't really think of another $480 vehicle that has such weak shocks. So I'm running these. These are TLR 22. I think they're like SET 2.0 or 3.0 shocks. a lot of different options out there. You can get Traxxas GTR shocks. You can get even the Ultra shocks are a little better than these. You can get Proline shocks. Tons of different shocks out there. That's just having what I'm running. These have like 3.5 millimeter shock shaft. These carbonitride coated super durable shafts, all aluminum construction, and then a lot of tunability with different springs, different spring cups, different pistons, all kinds of stuff. So you don't have to go crazy like I did, but you know, any sort of aluminum shock I think will be a nice upgrade on your Ultra shocks, and a lot more durability. And the last thing on this list is to pick up a set of aluminum wheel hexes. So the stock hexes on these are plastic. And if you don't have your wheel nuts tightened down all the way, they do tend to strip out your wheels. I personally always run aluminum wheel hexes on pretty much everything I run. They just bite into the wheel a little bit better, less likely to strip, and a lot of different companies make them. You can get stuff from STRC, Hot Racing, even Traxxas makes wheel nuts. So you really just want the Slash 4x4 or Stampede 4x4 aluminum hexes, and usually not very expensive, between 12 and 15 bucks, but definitely well worth it. And I also recommend getting ones that are locking style, so they either have like a little set screw or grub screw in the wheel hex, or they're like a clamping style. The Traxxas ones I think are non-clamping, and you would not want those. So anyways, that's my suggestions. 5 upgrades for your Traxxas Hoss. I think they're really things that I feel like they should have came in the box, didn't obviously, but you know, some of them, including this, especially this battery strap, in my opinion was really an oversight. They needed to include this in the box, and hopefully further releases or further runs of this vehicle will come with that. But yeah, that was kind of an issue out of the box. So there you have it. Definitely like, share, subscribe, hit the add notifications button. Look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.